Greetings children of the night and welcome to our scary little tales. Today I will be telling you a story about the child who didn't heed the words of his mother and ended up in a twisted fate. Long ago in a faraway snowy forest area in the outskirts of Russia, a child by the name of Alexander always liked to play outside. His mother always warned him about going towards the neighboring border area, for a great myth surrounded its origins and how people tend to never come back from beyond the forest. The child did not heed his mother's warnings, and on one snowy night he decided that it was time to break the myth and go. Arriving deep in the eerie forest, he spotted a border post and old run-down cabinet of sorts where an old man wearing a blue uniform and a hat looking like a soldier sat cold next to the post as a guard of some sorts. Little Alexander tried to sneak past around the cabinet, only to be caught by the tip of his shirt by the guard that pulled him back, shouting and demanding to know where Alexander came from and why is he here. Alexander struggled but pushed him away, and as he stared back at the sad yet worrisome guard's face, he ran as fast as his feet can take him, not looking back again. On the way around the forest deep beyond the trees, he saw a shimmering light shine. Walking towards it, he was stunned to see a village big and busy, almost felt like a city, high and mighty, with altars and posts and a huge amount of people walking around, but strangely he could not hear talking whatsoever. He walked slowly down the path paved in snow, still being amazed by the dazzling lights around him. He bumped to a man in front of him. Looking up to apologize, he quickly swallowed his words in fear as his reality melted before his eyes. His skin turned white and his face to a yellowish color as blood no longer found its way to his head. For what stood before him was a man, but with a missing feature being his entire face, a blank slate, nothing but skin. Afraid, Alexander's instincts hit him and he started running in fear towards the village between the houses, unable to scream as if he swallowed his tongue. As a relief, he saw a man holding a firearm and wearing a uniform, expecting him to be a man of the law. He grabbed this man, violently shaking as words barely escaped his mouth to explain what he saw. The man turned towards him as he grabbed him to calm him down. To Alexander's grim surprise, this man was another faceless being staring back. He pushed him away, falling to the ground, and started running again on the streets, screaming, looking around him to see the whole entirety of the village staring back at him with their blank faces, no expressions. People started running towards him with their long hands and empty looks, trying to catch or grab this running child. He ran and ran further into the village and back, avoiding their crippling gazes until he reached the forest again, trying to catch his breath and not faint in fear. Throwing up on the side of the path, he made it. He walked for what felt like days until he reached the guard post. Relived, he saw the same guard from before and ran towards him, apologizing, knocking on his window and door until the old guard opened up for him. Alexander's agony would not end here, for the same old guard he saw now has lost his wrinkles and saggy eyes, and just bears an empty face. Grabbing at Alexander, who barely grabbed a stone and hit him with it on the face as hard as he can, making his stutter away as Alexander ran towards his home, finally arriving to safety, but not relived as he feared that his mother has lost her face as well as everyone else. He slowly opened the door as his heart filled with warmth to see his mother crying with her eyes and her mouth to see her son finally come back. He hugged him deeply and they both shared a tear. She pulled Alexander back to check on him as her expressions turned from sad and relived to anger and fear. She grabbed at him tightly as she pushed a knife into his small body, screaming, "What have you done to my son? You're a monster." Alexander lied dying on the floor, bleeding out as he saw his mother running outside the door. He touched his own face to find it gone. This is the story of Alexander, the little boy who did not heed the warnings of his mother and let his curiosity get the better of him in the end. Dearest readers, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed our little tale, and I shall see you in another nameless tale.